Oh, sorry, I was muted the whole time. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't realize until now. Um, Integral from 0 to 3 of the square root of 1 over 4 third squared, right, times 2 pi. So I got 10. You got 10 for the final answer, Logan? Or, yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize. I didn't check the chat either because I don't know anyone was like actually on the stream. Okay, so you got 10 for the final answer. Okay, let's go with that and see. But actually, there should still be 16 pi at the bottom, right? 16 pi from this bottom part of the circle. So I think we need to account for that and add that in too. So 26 pi, maybe. Okay, let's do that then. Okay, so it seems to not be a full circle. So the base of the cone part seems right, but what's this? When unroll the curved lateral area of the cone becomes a flat sector of a circle. And that's 5 4/5 times that 20 pi 36 pi. Okay, so its base perimeter of the cone is 8 pi, and the actual from the slant height would be 10 pi. So, okay, wait, no, that makes sense to me, I think, because what I was doing was 5 times that, but that will end up double counting a lot of stuff because if it were like a circle like this with radius 5, then that would be 5 times 8 pi, which is 40 pi, but it obviously can't be the same over here. Sorry, it would be the area, which is 25 pi, but it has to be less than that because there's a lot of overcounting that goes on. Let's try this one. Which of the cones below can be formed from a 252-degree sector of a circle? The slant should be 10, right? Because you're basically lifting it and pinching it up. The base radius should be what? What is 252? That's 270 minus 18, so that's like... Okay, so it definitely can't be B or D. So maybe A, B, or C. But at the same time, base radius should be what? It'll be... Okay, no, we can figure it out. 252 over 360 times 10. So cancel that out. That'll give you the total circumference of this, right? And then times 2 pi. So what would this be? What is 250 over 36? It's 360. So 10, 7 times 2 pi. So I think the base radius has to be 7 then. And so it'll be C, right? Yeah, okay. 14 pi. Okay, that makes sense. A frustum of a right circular cone is formed by cutting a small cone off the top of a larger cone. If a particular frustum has a lower radius of 6 inches, lower base radius of 6 inches, and an upper base radius of 3 inches and a height of 4 inches, what is its lateral surface area? Okay, so it'll basically be that of a cone. So the whole thing would have a height of 8, right? Oops, like this. So this height is 4, and obviously this radius is 3, so this is 5. Similarly, this total height is going to be 8, this is 6, so this entire thing is 10. What is the lateral surface area? Is a curved surface. Yeah, okay. So um what would that be? It would be the surface area of the entire cone minus the smaller cone The smaller cone, what was it? What did we discover earlier? It's going to be 9 pi. Sorry, it's going to be um 25 pi times 3/5, I think. And then what's this one going to be? Well, this one should just be 4 times as much, right? So because everything is scaled up by 2, so it should be 3 times this amount, which will give us 15 pi times 3, 45 pi, I believe. Because it's you're going to do 4 times as much as that because it's surface. Okay, wait, did I do this right? I think that should be fine because they're basically multiplying it by 4 and then subtracting 1. So and then subtracting one copy, so it's 3 times as much. And then I'll just check if you also get this, and I can submit just to be safe. What is its lateral surface area? Yeah, and then like if we wanted to add the other stuff, we could just add on 36 pi and then 9 pi. So 90 pi would be the total area. Let's try this. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. And the formula, it's the same formula as earlier, I think. So that's good that I remembered that. Yeah, okay. Next. A cone is inverted and filled with water to 3/4 of its height. What percent of the cone's volume is filled with water? Okay, this one should be very easy, I think, because you're basically taking a cone that's 3/4 as much. So that's 0.75. The volume will be cubed. And what is this? I want to use a calculator for this, I think. Okay, wait, what percent? So, well, no, then it's 75 cubed, right? Oh, no, sorry. 0.75 cubed times 100. So that's 42.1875. 42.1875. Yeah, okay, so you just had to cube it. That's all there was. The points are vertices of a non-degenerate triangle. What is the sum of the values of k for which the area of the triangle is a minimum? So I think for this we can just use you want to use same base, same altitude, right? Or like no, sorry, you just want to use base times height. I think so. 1 and 7 would be somewhere like something like that. 13 comma 16 would look something like that, and then 5 comma k would be along this line over here. So we want a triangle. It just can't be here essentially, right? And so how can we go about calculating this effectively? We can find the distance between them. It's going to be along this line somewhere. And to minimize the distance, you want the height to be at its minimum. Wait, oh, k is an integer, right? So you've got 1 comma 7 and you've got 13 comma 16. What would the point between them be? That's over here. It would be, instead of adding 9, you're going to add only 3. So it would be 5 comma 10, I think, right? And then 9 comma 13 and then 13 comma 16. Yeah, that seems right to me. 5 comma 10. You want a value just above this and just below this. So I think 11 would be one and then 9 would be the other. So they add up to 20 because it has to get an integral value and you can't have it be anything else. Okay. Yes, fine. Find an equation of the circle passing through all three vertices. Vertices of a triangle are the points of intersection of this. So um, let's see. What can we do here? I think we can just find the solutions, right? At one of them, wait. Oh yeah, okay, wait. We can figure out the type of triangle that it is, and then accordingly, um, no. Okay, two of them are on the same point, right? Two of them, that's just x equals 2. So one of them is going to give you 2 fifths plus 13 fifths, so that's 2 comma 3. And the other one is 2 comma negative 3. And then what's the other intersection? That's just going to be negative x minus 1 equals 1 fifth x plus 13, which can be simplified to negative 5x minus 5 equals x plus 13. And so x equals negative 3. Negative 3 comma what? Negative 3 comma negative 4. Sorry, negative 3 comma 2. Yeah, negative 3 comma 2. How can we now, figure out something about these points? What is the, I mean, I guess we can do um, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. But we're going to get something interesting from the fact that, well, no, okay, why won't k have to just be 0? I think k has to be 0 from this because we know that um, y equals negative 3 and y equals positive 3 both work from here. So this is just going to be x minus h squared plus y squared equals r squared. And now we can plug in these points. And what we'll see is that negative 3 minus h squared plus 4 equals r squared. And then from the, so this is using this point. And now we can use like 2 comma 3 to get 2 minus h squared plus 9 is equal to r squared. So we can equate the two of these and now solve it, right? So we're going to get, sorry, what am I doing? This is just 3 plus h whole squared, right? So h squared plus 6h plus 9 plus 4 is equal to, oh, it's going to cancel out very nicely, I think. Wait, yeah. Oh, wait, 1 second. The center has to be 0 comma 0, I think, because you have negative 3 and 2 and then 2 and 3, which are equidistant from 0 0. So I think that's just the answer. It's x squared plus y squared equals what? 2 squared plus 3 squared, which is 13. So I think that's it. Because even from what I was doing, the reason I said this is because when I when I did a little bit of this in my head, I saw that h should probably end up being 0. So that's good. Okay. How many square units is the area of the quadrilateral? So it's going to be 1 comma, sorry, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 1, and 2 comma 1. And then 2006, 2007. So 2006, 2007, like somewhere there. What do we see here? It doesn't look very convenient to deal with. Maybe we can just draw it out like this though, right? So make two separate triangles. Actually, yeah, let's just do that. We'll have like one small triangle here, which is 1 comma 1, 2 comma 1, and 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3. So something like this. And then all the way off in the distance here, we're going to have another one. I don't think it's necessarily right, but we'll see that by actually doing the math, right? So 1 comma 3 until 2 comma 1. This has a negative 2 slope, right? and then this is 1 comma 1. So let's see, this is going to be 2, this is going to be 1. So this area is 1, I think, yeah. 1 comma 1, that's 2, that's 1, yep. If the slopes are perpendicular, that makes our work a lot easier, but I don't think that's going to be the case. 2006, 2007. All the same, we can, I'm sure there are enough solutions to this. So what's happening here? The slope is -2, right? Because so this is a m equals -2. Obviously, no slopes here are perpendicular. That leaves us with figuring out, okay, well, this distance at least is easy, right? This is just going to be √5. What is the distance from that to this going to be? It's going to be the equation. No, wait, I don't think I'm doing this well. We can draw a line down from there. How do you find the distance between a point and a line? You have to do, yeah, okay, I think I got it. So it's going to be a little messy though, I think. There should be a better and, faster way to do this, I think. Um, what would the midpoint of these points be? Is there anything special with that? No, okay, so I think we just actually have to do it manually like this then. If you had, so the slope here is 2, so it would be 1/2 x minus 2006 equals y minus 2007. So y would equal 1/2 x minus 1003, so plus 1004, because you're doing minus 1003 plus 2007. And now you equate this with whatever we have here, which is y equals 5 minus 2x, I think, right? Yep. And so what this would give you would be, I know there is an equation to just find the area given 3 points, but I forgot what it is. So yeah, so we'll just do this instead. Y equals 5 minus 2x. Yeah, that seems to work as well. Okay, so 1/2 x plus 1004 is equal to 5 minus 2x. So x is going to be very, very negative then. That's my concern. Um, right, we get 5/2 x. This seems very messy and wrong. Is equal to -999, which is going to give us a very messy answer. That's what I don't like about it. Do you have any? Oh, okay, okay, okay. So you're saying like this, right? Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's a lifesaver. Yeah, perfect. Let's see. Let me draw it out again a little bit. Sorry, I'll try to pay attention to the chat more because I just miss it because it's all on the same computer. What were we saying though? This is 1 comma 1, and this is 2006, right? So this is going to be 2005, and this length is going to be 2006. What is this going to be? This height is going to be, you're going from 3 to 2007, so this is 2004. And then this is going to be everything, I believe, right? So this will just be 2005 again. No, no, wait. 2006. This part should be 2006. Um, the part at the bottom, this part is 2005. No, wait, what am I doing? It's 2006 and 7. So no, this is 2005, and then wait, give me one more second. Yeah, no, 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 wait. So this is 2005. and this is also 2005. This part here is 2004, and this height over here is going to be everything, right? This is going to be 2006. So it's going to be 2005 times 2006 minus 2004 times 2006, which is just 2006. Okay, wait, no, it's not. What did I do wrong here? 2004 times 2006, 2006. Mm, okay, no, I don't think I defined it properly. So this part will be 2005 because you're going from 2006. Yeah, so the first part is correct. The second part is what I did wrong. This height over here is only 2004, right? And then this is 2005. So yeah, that seems fine. This part is going to be 2000 and not 2006. This is going to be, oh, I think it should be like this maybe. 2005, and then this part will still be 2004. So it's minus 2004 times 2005, which is 2005 times 2. So that's 4010. Is that what you got as well? No, it seems not. Okay, I think I must have made some like dumb mistake there. Okay, let's continue. Trapezoid. Okay, I think I have to go now. So let's see. This is the last section. So yeah, I do want to finish it off, but all the same, like it might be fun to just leave this for later. And actually, no, wait, yeah, I'll do this now. Let's finish this off. We'll do it in yellow. Trapezoid ABCD has vertices -1, 0. So that'll be one of them right there. 0, 4. M, 4. So that'll be like here. And then K, 0. With M greater than 0 and K greater than 0. So something like this, maybe. The line. Okay, let's label them. So this is A. This is B. We don't know where C is, but it's going to be somewhere along this thing here. So that's C. And then D is going to be somewhere along this line over here. D. The line y equals -x plus 4 is perpendicular to the line containing side C. So then line side C has to have a slope of 1. Right, the slope has to be 1. Right, so that -1 is perpendicular. Okay. So then the plus 4 doesn't really concern us. What concerns us is that the area of trapezoid ABCD is 34 square units. So -1 and 4. Yeah, well, let's see. Right, so this is -1, 4. This is going to be 0, no, -1, 0 and 0, 4. So what's the area of AB and then the origin here? That's just going to be 1 times 4. So that's going to be 2 because you divide by 2. And then what we have over here is essentially, because we know that the change in y is 4, the change in x also has to be 4. So this length is going to be some x, and then this length is going to be x minus 4. The height is going to remain 4. So it's going to be 2 times x minus 2 is equal to 32. So x should be equal to what, 18? Let's verify that this is correct. If this is 14 and this is 18, the average length is going to be 16. 16. Oh no, sorry, sorry. It should not be the case. It should be 4. So 8, 10. X equals 10. Let's try that. If this is 10, then what is this going to be? So this is going to be 10 and this is going to be 6. Right? 6 and 10, they add up to 13. And then you multiply 13 by, no, they add up to 16. You multiply 16 by 4 over 2. So that gives you 32 plus 2, 34. So this seems correct. What is the value of k? Well, if this is 10, which one was k again? K is d. So it's just going to be 10 more than negative, no. So this is going to be 10 over here. So this is going to be 6. And so k is going to be, I think, k is going to be 6. And actually, no, if we want to verify that, does that make sense? That seems right to me because it's 10 and then 17. 17 times 4 over 2, 34, 6. Yeah, that seems right. Okay, let's try this one. Let p comma xy, the point has a distance of 12 units from the x-axis and it has a distance of this. Okay, this should be nice and easy. Let's draw it out, x and y. The point has a distance of 12 units on the x-axis. So the y coordinate will be like 12. And it has a distance of 10 units from the point 1 comma 6. So that's 1 comma 6 right there. It's going to be somewhere here. And if it's 10, so the distance, this is going to be 6, so we want this to be 8, right? It's going to be 8. And x is greater than 1. So it's, yeah, I mean, so that tells us that the point here, by the Pythagorean theorem, this is 8. So this is going to be 1 plus 8. So this is going to be 9. And then obviously the height is going to be 12. So it's 12 comma 9. What is the distance from the origin? It's 9, 12, and then by the Pythagorean theorem, it's 15. Okay, nice. Triangle ABC has vertices 0, 0, 0, 3, and 5, 0. So one of them is here, one of them is here, and one of them is here. A point P inside the triangle is root 10 units from A and root 13 units. So, okay, this is 0, 0. I think my tablet is a little slow, so sorry about that. Oh, sorry, I'll just catch her on the chat. Yes, m equals k plus 1, k plus 4. I think that was the error that you made because it's Logan, because it was the change in y was 4, so the change in x also has to be 4. Okay, a point P inside the triangle is root 10 units from point A. So wait, this is A, this is B, and this is C. Obviously, this is right, this is 5, this is 3. How many units is B from point C? Okay, so we know that we can just use this, right? X comma y. So x minus x squared plus y squared, the distance from A is root 10. So x squared plus y squared equals 10. What is x squared minus, um, uh, yeah, no. So x squared plus y minus 3 squared is equal to 13 because that's with point B. So we can kind of put these together and now get a nice equation. X squared plus y squared equals 10. What is the other one? It's x squared plus y squared minus 3. So minus 6y plus 9 is equal to 13. And so if we subtract these now, what we'll get is that 6y is equal to 1, I think. 6y is equal to 6, so y equals 1. Yeah, that's what I meant. Y equals 1. Because y is 1, let's see, how does that help us? Yeah, I mean, if y is 1, then x has to be 3. So here 3 and 1. Let's verify that very quickly. 3 and 1, so that's 2 and 3, 13, 2, 3 and 1, so 9%. Yeah, that seems to make sense. So what is this going to be then? This is going to be 2 and 1, so it's going to be root 5. So square root of 5. Yep, okay. Regular hexagon has two vertices. Vertices A and C actually. So A, okay, so this is going to be our A, and then this is going to be our C over here. We can probably go ahead and find this distance. We can find this distance here by the Pythagorean theorem, and we can find an expression for that in terms of S. Yeah, so this is going to be S, this is going to be S, this is going to be what? Um, so that's 90, so this is 30, this is S over 2, this is going to be 2S root 3, right? So 2S root 3, what is the length of AC? It's going to be 49 plus 1, so the square root of 50, which is 5 root 2. So 5 root 2 equals 2S root 3. And then the final, so now we just find S, right? 5 root 2 over 2 root 3, multiply through by root 3, 5 root 6 over 6. It's probably easier to write this as 5 over root 6, and now we square this and multiply by 3 root 3 over 2. I think that should work. Oh, wait. Yeah, that'll give us 3 times 25 over 12 over here, root 3, which is 25 over 4 root 3. So let's see, do I have all that stuff? Okay, I don't think we're supposed to have a fraction here, maybe. Did I do anything like obviously wrong over here? We know that, yeah, so I think the 2s root 3 part is right. I'm just going to check the chat and see. 25 over 4 square root of 3. 25 over 4. Okay, we both got the same thing. Let's try it then and see if we both got it. It's probably right. Okay, it's off. Regular hexagon has vertices A and C. Let's try again then. My guess is that that's what you got to 25 over 4 square root of 3. Yeah, okay, let's be S over 2, 5 square root of 3. Okay, let me just like verify that for myself because I don't want to mess this up on my own as well. 5, it is 5 root 2, right? I think that's the first part because 7 and 1, so that's 49 plus 150, that's 5 root 2 is equal to this. So 5 root 2 over 2 root 3 multiplied by root 3 over root 3, 6, 5 root 6, 5 over root 6. So that's 25 over 6, which is 25 over 12. Um, okay, wait, I'm sure you're right because there shouldn't be any. Oh, is it it's not 2s root 3. You're saying it's just s root 3. I see. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So then it'll all get multiplied by, wait, s root 2. Yeah, it'll just be s root 3. So you're right. It's um 5 root 2 times root 3 over 3. And then when you put this in, it's going to be um so wait, it should just be 4 times as much. So it should be 25, right? Is that what you got? 25 square root of 3? Yeah, okay. Because yeah, like in what I did, I made s half as much, so the area should then be 4 times as much, so 25 root 3. Yeah, okay. So silly mistake there, but that's good. Next one. What is the distance from P to AD? I think it's enough to just find the equation there, right? So if we write these as we can just find the equation, and I think dB is, what is that? Isn't that just x squared? Like the equation of, so let's draw it out a little bit here. I think this is just going to be x squared, right? If we start this as the origin, for the reason that um, well, yeah, that is how a circle works, I think. So that seems right to me. Okay, maybe you can just define the coordinates and see, right? I don't want to get ahead of myself. Has a square of side length 4. So then this is going to be 2 comma 0. This is going to be um, 0 comma 4. And so what equations do we get here? We know that this is centered at, so it's x squared plus y minus 4 squared is equal to what? It's 4, so it's going to be 16. So that's our first equation, which tells us, yeah, okay. And then the second equation that we have is x squared, no, x minus 2 squared plus y squared is equal to 4, right? Because it's a radius of 2. And so now we just need to kind of manipulate these to figure out what x and y are. There should be something else as well, though, I think. No, no, okay. This should be good. Well, okay, no. So there are going to be 2 points of intersection, and one of them is 0, 0, obviously, right? We see that. There'll be exactly 2. We just need to find the second one. So let's actually do the math here and see then. So x squared plus y squared minus 8y is equal to 0 because the 16 will cancel out. Similarly, here we get x squared minus 2x minus 4x plus 4, so that doesn't matter, plus y squared equals 0. We can now subtract these two equations off, which will give us, either way, like however we do it, we're going to get something like 8y equals negative 4x. Sorry, no. We'll get 8y equals positive 4x. So x equals 2y. And now we plug this in and then see what we get, right? So x equals 2y. Let's put that, and what are they asking us for? They're asking us for the distance from P to AD. P to AD is just the x coordinate. So then we should really be solving for y. Sorry, we should be solving for x. So we should be writing y in terms of x. So we will do that instead. And now that's all that there's left to do. So obviously 0 is still going to be a solution of this. So now we just need to find the other one. And let's do that. X squared plus x squared over 4 minus 4x. Is that it? Minus 4x is equal to 0. And so multiplying through by 4, we get 5x squared minus 16x equals 0, meaning that x is equal to 16 divided by 5. Does that make sense? That's a little bit past 3, which is kind of what it looks like as well. So that's 3.2 or 16 over 5. Yep, okay. Oh, solving these equations for the quadrant. Okay, so I don't know, maybe they just solved it faster, but the idea was at least correct. Parallelogram ABCD has vertices. Let's see, yeah, you got that too, I think. Okay. This will be, if we get this right, we're done. Parallelogram ABCD has vertices 3 comma 3. Okay, so sorry, negative 3 comma 3, origin 3 comma 3. This is the origin. And then you also have negative 3 comma 3 like this. And then negative 9 comma negative 3. How do you get that? What is negative 9 comma negative 3? That'll be all the way here and then here. No, negative 9 comma negative 3. Something like this. Oh yeah, okay, so this is 6, right? Because you're going from negative 3 to 3, and then this is also 6. This over here is going to be, oh, okay, wait. I think it should just be half, because the way it looks right now is, so if a point is selected at random from the region determined by the parallelogram, what is the probability that the point is not above the x-axis? This is the x-axis, right? The x-axis is just, so this is negative 9, negative 3. This is negative 3 comma 3, negative 3. This is negative 3 comma 3. This is 3 comma 3. So this is what it looks like. This is what is the probability that the point is not above the x-axis? This is the probability that the point is not above the x-axis. This is the probability that it is, so it's just 1/2, right? What is the probability that the point is not above 1? Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any trick here. Perfect. Okay, done. Geometry master. Let's do one more just for fun. We have sine of RPQ equals 7/25. What is cosine of RPS? Um, what? That'll be, so what is sine of, uh, wait, what am I doing? This is just going to be the same thing. It's going to be negative 7/25, I think. No? Okay, wait. No, sorry, it's essentially the same angle, isn't it? It's going to be 24/25, and then it's going to be negative because RPS is in the second quadrant. So negative 24/25. Yeah, okay, done. I think I'll call it a day here then. Yeah, thank you. Couldn't have done it without you. Like, there were a few questions that I definitely would have like messed up. But let's actually quickly take a look at the profile now. I think geometry is now finally my top section. 993 problems. I'll get to 1,000 probably like today or tomorrow later on. I'll do that on stream as well because it's good. I think that'll be good. And now if I look at my report, so all three of these are fully done. So I've made good progress there. The big ones that I have to still tackle, so I don't really care about algebra or pre-algebra. Those are useless. So I'll focus on intermediate algebra and then pre-calculus. These are, I think, a little bit harder because there's so much more that I have to, there's so many sections that I still don't know properly, but I think it should be fine. Um, and yeah, okay. So let me turn this off. If you watched this far, thanks so much. It was like more of an impromptu stream. I wasn't really planning on it, so it was just, give me 1 second. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching. And then is it out of 100? Like, how do they determine the rating? Do you know? Thank you. Yeah, I think that's it for today then. I'll probably make more of these as we go closer and closer to AMC 12. And then if I get into Amy, then obviously for Amy as well. But I think that's all I'm going to do today. Thank you so much again for watching. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe so that you see more notifications and you can attend more of these things. But yeah, thanks so much again, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.